I want to talk to you about ego though, because you've always seemed to carry yourself in a pretty egoless way. I mean, even in an art form like rap music, which began as and always has been in essence of I'm better than you and I can prove it. But essentially, you carry yourself in a very sort of humble kind of way. I think, off stage and out of the studio, you keep yourself to yourself. You do your thing, and you're very understated, and you don't roll on with a big crew, and it's all very easy. And I'm always relaxed when I see you. It's not always the case with MCs or artists,
Right.
But what's your attitude? But you still roll in circles sometimes where ego plays a big part. I mean, whether it's producers or other rappers or this, that. What's your attitude towards the ego of others and how you relate to it?
Well, yeah, I started even in my beginning. I just lived such a rich life, a full life. That my first album came out. I was 26, and I had seen so many things in the street. So my attitude was like, man, I've seen so much, and I don't have anything to prove. I know who I am. I'm a very self-aware person. So when you're self-aware, even when you're dealing with someone's ego, you know when to allow it to. You allow their ego to live in its own space. It's the problem is when you engage that energy, that's when there's a problem. If you engage the ego with your ego, then it's like, okay, now something has to happen. It could keep escalating to a level that can be irreversible. But if you don't engage the ego, if you know how to manipulate or play around with the ego,
but that's weird in itself to people.
And you give light back to darkness,
right?
It's very difficult.
People don't know how to take that, especially at a younger age. Now, when they're a bit older, they can probably understand what you're doing. But if you're in a room and people are bringing all of that wild energy into a room, and you just take a step back into the shadow a little bit and just let them do that, they would almost take offense to it. Like, why are you playing along? Why are you getting involved in this? Did you have experiences like that where people thought, I don't know how to take Jay. I don't know how to deal with Jay. He doesn't engage with us on that level.
Yeah, I'm sure, and a lot of times what that also can be, you can misinterpret that as arrogance.
In its own way.
If someone doesn't engage you in the way that you believe they should, then people's like, he's arrogant. He's act like he's above everybody. Like, no, I just don't want to argue with you about stupid shit. I just really don't have time to argue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.